Hello everyone, this is Jay at Inspiration Masters. As a part of our inspiring series, we get an opportunity to meet the difference makers, the entrepreneurs, the business owners, the artists, all making a difference, not just in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but around the world. And today is no different. We have a great opportunity, a privilege, and a pleasure to invite here Mrs. Neel Gonuguntla. Neel, welcome to Inspiration Masters.
Thank you, Jay.
It's so nice of you. You could find some time to come here and talk to us. Let me tell you something about Neel. She is the president of the United States India Chamber of Commerce. And also as a president, she not just oversees the planning activities of the chamber, but she does the daily operations and member services, event management, and even fundraising for the organization. Neel holds a bachelor's degree in political science from Boston University and her JD M.B.A. from Baylor University. She's licensed to practice law in the state of Texas, the member of the State Bar of Texas and Dallas Bar Association, as well as Dallas Association of Young Lawyers. She is also active community volunteer, dedicating her time for the causes such as women empowerment, inner city education, and foreign aid. So Neel, we have a lot to talk about, and one of the major things I want to talk to you is about the United States India Chamber of Commerce. So tell us something about the purpose, why it was founded, and what is the core of the chamber?
So the chamber was founded in 1999. So actually we're coming up on the 20-year mark
20 years,
of the
yeah.
chamber. And it was founded by a group of successful entrepreneurs and business leaders of Indian American origin who were looking for an opportunity to serve the growing Indian American community here locally, but also to create a bridge between the Indian American community here in Dallas and the business community back in India. And you know, it's expanded beyond the Indian American community to where it is now a mainstream organization supporting the business needs of mainstream companies as well as Indian American and Indian companies as well.
Oh, that's interesting. So we started out and now it's expanding into so many areas.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. So mainly the business organizations are the part of it.
Yeah, so primarily it's corporations, large, medium, and small companies are a part of the chamber. But we also work with educational institutions, nonprofits, anywhere where we can meaningfully help to create connections between these organizations or institutions and either the Indian American community or India or vice versa.
Right. Oh, that's great. So what would you consider as a focus of the organization? What part is the focus of the chamber?
So the chamber has a number of different focuses. We focus on women's entrepreneurship through our women's conference, and we also have technology as a focus area. So each year we host a technology conference, usually in April, May, in that time frame. We also focus on small business development because we believe that small businesses are the lifeblood of our economy.
That is right, yeah.
And then lastly, we focus on U.S.-India trade. So part of the core mission of the chamber, of course, as I mentioned, is facilitating trade with India.
Okay.
So that is something that we also do.
Right. So I think you brought a couple of interesting things in there. One is the women's conference. I think you started some years back, and it's growing.
Yes. So we started it 3 years ago, and coming up February 22nd, 2019, we'll be hosting our third conference. So just a couple of months away.
So
here.
again, February 22nd.
22nd.
February 22nd, 2019. That's the next date to mark the calendar for the women's conference.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the goal of the women's conference is for it to be a platform for professional women as well as women entrepreneurs to connect, to do business, to promote their individual organizations, or even to find a colleague, a mentor, or their next client, or even their next employee, you know, whatever it might be. So it's really an opportunity for women to connect with each other, to support each other, and to promote each other.
Yeah, that's great about you. The main part is to show up.
Absolutely.
Once you show up and you get connected with so many people, there are millions of opportunity opening up.
Absolutely.
So that's right.
And you know what we try to do with the women's conference is curate the content so that when women walk away, not only have they met an amazing group of women,
right,
but they've also learned from people who are incredibly successful and inspiring.
Right.
I'll give you a couple of examples. In our first conference, we hosted Mona Sharif. She's the Chief Marketing Officer for a Plano headquartered company called NTT Data, which is one of the largest Japanese consulting companies in the world. And here is this woman, local woman, you know, of Middle Eastern descent, who has defied the odds, climbed the corporate ladder, and is doing incredible things.
Right.
And you know what she shared, you know, in terms of her story, you know, were these snippets of her life where she made intentional decisions about how to move herself up the ladder.
Right.
Now she had great mentors and other things like that, but hearing stories like that can really inspire somebody who's starting on their path.
That's a key part, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they can see and watch the people and they say, oh, this person can do it, right? In my vicinity, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
And probably that's the whole purpose of having everybody
there.
there.
So that, you know, that was a part of the Women in the C-Suite series, which we do every year. And then every year we also try to include another segment on another topic that we think is important for women to know and be familiar with in order to be empowered.
Right.
So this year, 2018, we did Women in Government. And as we know, you know, there are so many opportunities for women to be informed and empowered, whether it's to use their vote or just to understand the way that government works. And so we did a Women in Government segment. We had the mayor of Coppell who participated in that, the Dallas County District Attorney, state representatives, and then we had a representative from the federal government as well. Yeah,
sounds great, because that gives the opportunity to talk to these people directly and have first-hand input and see how they work.
Yes, and they're not foreign.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So now
it isn't just a name somewhere you read on a newspaper, but actually you come and see.
You can touch them, you can feel them, you can get to know them, and I think when people have access, then your world changes.
That is right. Yeah, you don't feel behind or separated out.
That's right.
You feel connected when you know that, okay, these are the people who run my government.
Right.
And I'm connected with them directly.
And I think that an important aspect of being connected, I think you said it really well, you know, you're connected. It helps the Indian American community be a more integral part of the fabric of the United States.
That's right, yeah.
Which
integration is a key part, right?
Absolutely. And I think that's what we try to ultimately help to create is a harmonious society that's well integrated with deep understanding on both sides of Indian American culture and business and everything else, but then also an understanding of the founding fathers and their vision for our country. So, you know, it's a great
It's going
platform.
from a small to the broad scope everywhere in between. Yeah,
exactly.
That's awesome. Along with running the chamber, I think there are some of the things which are happening personally with you, and we would like to know that part too. You have received the Dallas Business Journal Women in Business Award this year, 2018. Tell us something about the award. What was that?
Well, so the Dallas Business Journal, for those of you that are not familiar, is an organization, it's a news organization really that is doing important work to help highlight the investments and the changes that are happening constantly in our economy.
Right.
And so the Dallas Business Journal has an award called Women in Business, where they select, I guess, influential women who are in business, who are contributing meaningfully to our communities.
Right.
and they honor them with the Women in Business Award.
So congratulations on
Thank you.
behalf of everyone here.
Thank you.
Also, you have in 2018 received a Walker's Legacy Power Award.
Yes.
Tell us something. That was in Washington.
Right, so Walker's Legacy is an organization based in Washington, D.C., and the organization seeks to honor the legacy of a lady named C.J. Walker,
Mm-hmm.
who was the first female self-made millionaire of color.
Mm-hmm.
And her legacy was that of not only a very successful entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
but a philanthropist.
Right.
And to honor the work that she did to promote other women entrepreneurs and women in business, Walker's Legacy honors women who are supporting the development of women entrepreneurs. And I was very humbled to receive
That's exactly what you're doing with all the conferences. So congratulations again for receiving that award.
Thank you.
And the Chamber of Commerce, as we were talking about, it's the member-based organization.
Yes.
So highlight something for all of us. What kind of benefits the members have when they join the chamber?
So there are a number of benefits to joining the U.S. India Chamber of Commerce. I would say the first is immediately you're plugging into a network of successful business leaders, but also of just several hundred businesses.
Yes.
Right off the bat. So, on an average basis, at each of, for example, the different events that we host,
Mm-hmm.
we see anywhere from 100 to 250 businesses, depending on the event.
Right.
And so for any entrepreneur or individual who's looking to develop themselves professionally, grow their book of business, whatever it might be, there's a huge opportunity to plug into a network that's very rich in terms of the industries that are represented, the number of businesses that are represented, and then of course the influential business leaders within the group who are doing incredible things.
Yeah.
So immediately, it's plugging into that
Just
network.
get into the network right away.
Absolutely. I would say another benefit of being associated with the chamber is, depending on the level of membership, the chamber can also help to provide additional services.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you an example of a
Right.
company that we worked with earlier this year.
Uh-huh.
They're a small business here in Dallas and had really never worked in India before. They were interested in doing business in India because they were interested in weaving rugs to add it to their home furnishing product line.
Interesting, yeah.
And so they approached us, and we evaluated the opportunity, and we thought, it was really a good opportunity for them to go into India and to take advantage of the incredible skill and talent that exists in India. And we helped to put all the pieces together from, everything from advising on the location within India to helping them connect with key local contacts on the ground who could facilitate, various things to smoothen their
getting the people
process.
And wow.
And then I, visited India myself, and the location, the building, met with the team from, the construction engineers all the way to the HR consultants and everything in between to set them up for success.
Wow.
And it's incredible to know now that just over a little over a year into getting to know them, they're already past their first test production phase and they're entering full production.
Oh wow.
In just under a year of
That is a
working
very
with
interesting
us.
story. That was my next question. You did answer me. That is something what everybody is after. Eventually what you'll be looking for is a success.
Yeah.
How business can connect and do business in India.
Right.
And that's an amazing example of that. So I know you have a lot of stories to share, and we'll keep on asking you for that. As 2018 is coming to an end, 2019 comes up, what are the upcoming projects? What are you focused on for the future?
Jay, I think, for me personally, it's really always about making sure that we are serving the DFW business community in the best way possible.
Right.
And as the economy changes, as U.S. India, the relations change, as the governments change,
Right.
as the business climate changes.
Yes.
It's never, it's no 2 days are ever the same.
That's right, because the change is constant.
It's constant.
always-
It's
and
a very
it's going to be
dynamic.
always.
Absolutely. So it's a
Yeah.
very dynamic environment.
Yeah.
And our goal is to always continue to meet the needs of our members
Mhm.
through our programs, through our services in the best way that we can,
Right.
in a manner that not only continues to serve them, but continues to add value to the overall
Absolutely,
community.
yeah.
So, when we started doing our events, we not only designed them with our members in mind and our members' needs to create rich networking opportunities, but we also designed them with an eye towards, are we adding value to the general conversation
Yeah.
in Dallas?
That's right.
And I think that's where we've been, very intentional is where I think we've seen a lot of value addition to the community,
Right.
and in turn, the chamber has grown,
Yeah.
from that as well.
I think I've observed that being a part of the chamber, we've seen it grow as well as the number of events we do, they grow.
Yes, yeah.
That is very interesting. Finally, how can people, because you already intrigued people to join the chamber, now you would let them know how can they reach out to you and how can they become a member.
So the first, step to becoming a member first is I would encourage everybody to go to our website.
Mhm.
You can find a lot of information there. It's www.usicoc.org. And, if there is a business that is, I would say past the initial startup stage,
Right. Uh-huh.
is more of a going concern,
Right.
that's really where we can help to add value. So if it's a business here locally, and they're looking to plug into the broad network of the chamber, we can help to do that.
Wonderful.
Or if, they're a company that is doing business with India or wants to do business with India, and if we're able to meaningfully support
Yes.
that
Uh-huh.
initiative, we'll be happy to support on that.
Wonderful.
And the steps to becoming a member specifically are, we'd set up an initial meeting with the
Uh-huh.
member to understand what their needs are, what type of a business they are,
Right.
and to be honest, we'll be perfectly straightforward about whether we can support the organization or not.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's the key part, right? They should have a benefit coming in.
Right.
That's a good idea, and that definitely.
And if we can't, we are very clear about that. But what we find is that most people can get benefited just by being a part of the network.
Right.
Whether it's a banking relationship
Right.
for a line of credit, or, they're looking to move into a new product or a service and they need a lawyer to oversee the documents, or if it's, a company that is doing really well and they're
Uh-huh.
trying to sell to more customers, well, they'll find a group
Wow.
of companies, or if they're looking at international trade, those
Yeah.
are all things that we support companies on. So no issue is big or small.
Right.
We really like to serve, and so whatever we can do in that vein, we try to.
Awesome. That is great to hear. And of course, I will be putting all the links as well as the contact information on this on the website as well as on Facebook. Again, thank you for watching. And Neel, myself on behalf of the entire team of Inspiration Masters, I thank you for coming here
Thank you
and
very
helping us
much.
understand and spend some time with us and answer all the questions. Thank you all for watching. And I'll get all this information out to you. You can watch us on Facebook as well as on our YouTube channel. You may subscribe not to miss a single episode. And keep watching. I'll see you in a week. Thank you.